Hello dear friends, ladies and gentlemen. This is Uncut Fishing, and on this pretty late evening I arrived to this stream. I have very little time, basically because the sun is going down, and we'll see what we can do. When I was going here I was thinking, when was the last time that I fished there? And look at that. We start off with a minuscule trout, and my best guess is 1999 or maybe 2001. So either 18 or 20 years ago. And usually there is a reason why fishermen skip certain streams for so long, and this is a very simple reason that you may guess. This is not a stream that I like or that I find very good, but that's all I could do at this moment due to circumstances, and we'll see. It's spring, as you can see, mid-spring. Conditions are very strange, so we had summer-like weather for a while, but now it is switching. Temperature is dropping like a rock, and nights will be very cold, I suspect. And another feature that we had, next to enormous heat for this time of year, was a total lack of rain. And we have a spring drought in progress, and all of these things combined to result in extremely poor trout fishing all across the board. I haven't heard good stories, and I myself, maybe I also chose not the best streams, but I had several outings in a row that I also recorded to some degree, but I think none of them are worth uploading. Maybe I will upload something, I don't know, maybe I have already when you're watching this, but I'm still looking for better material. And this stream, if it provides that better material, that would be downright amazing. We'll see. Oh, so 2 takes, but both very weak. And this is not a large fish, but the takes are so weak. At least there are takes. It went off. That's okay, it was a small fish. So at least they are showing themselves, because trust me, when activity gets low, I fished really good streams that, I mean, not the best ones, but definitely better than this one, and sometimes you get a feeling that there are simply no trout in the stream. Today, at least so far, 2 small trout attacked, and I'm happy. Maybe things are turning, because in the spring trout activity can switch quite dramatically from very low to extremely high, and this switch in water temperatures, I think, will have to result in something. Not in water temperatures. Water temperature will also drop. Weather air temperature will drop, more importantly. So a lot of will change. Because I've got these 2 takes on first casts, I will be fishing fast, and in any case I prefer not to overstay in one spot. My memories of this water are extremely sketchy. I don't remember catching anything significant here at all, but I heard stories that there is a possibility of catching a nicer trout in there. I don't remember any of those spots, so that's interesting. I like it. I'm using a Mepsaglia TW copper colored number 2, 7 feet 10 to meters 40 fast action spinning. You can see all those details in the description of the video down below. You can obviously also scroll down to see the spoilers. I have them in all of my videos, and you can use fast forward, meaning that you can change the speed of playback if you find my pace too slow. You can do that in the video settings. Majority of YouTube versions support that, and yeah, there are plenty of footprints. That's one of the reasons why I never visited this stream after that last time, which was a bunch of years ago. This is very shallow. Yeah, the stream is clearly very low. Clearly you don't need to know what it is, what it looks like. Normally it's quite easy to see. And it's quite difficult to fish, I must say. Not a lot of holes, at least not yet. Oh man. Yeah, so still to find a spot good enough for larger fish. Maybe some decent ones were there in the past, but these are definitely not that. Yeah, as you can see, it was running over this ground, so considerably higher. And very well covered in fallen trees, I must say. Okay, that's interesting. That is very interesting, but obviously if the trout is in there, good for it. this is a spawning stream. No beaver dams. That's also quite surprising. Here it is. Oh, damaged tail fin. But yeah, very good spot, but fish is not large by any means. But yeah, the amount of footprints here is impressive. So a spot like that is easy to check out even for the amateur. Very flat, not a lot of depth. Actually, it's quite shallow. If, for example, in there were at least twice as many depth and as much depth, then the fish could sit there and maybe it could occasionally go into this current, to this flat, which looks quite nice, but still quite shallow. Now we had the fish sitting there, but it wasn't large. I think it's already the largest fish I caught in this stream, because yeah, there is a reason, as I mentioned, for me not visiting this stream for so many years. I just thought it sucks. Yeah, if the bottom was soft, a bend like that would shape a pretty deep hole, I would suggest, but this one is not deep at all. Oh, probably a snag into a rock. Yeah, it's very shallow. I snagged a rock once, nothing came out. Oh, small fish. Yeah, small one. But this is a nice bend. Oh, second tiny fish today. This is how a 1-year-old trout looks like. So a very small fish. Oh, duck. Maybe I should be using a Mepps Aglia TW number 3, but I actually was expecting smaller fish, so I put on a slightly smaller spinner, but I didn't expect fish this tiny. Oh man. Okay, so I decided to do the tackle box check that I promised. I'm not sure if it is in the video that features this stream. Fished it for an hour and a half maybe. Poor results, fish are still very inactive. But okay, enough talk, let's have a look at my tackle boxes. This is my primary tackle box. As you can see, on the one side I have some cranks, mostly small ones. The largest one is this one, 7 cm Basara, suspended. Lucky John, I think, is the brand. I have a sinking, heavy sinking Imasukari 50S. Also Rich Flat 50S. I'm not sure about the brand, maybe Rich is the brand. Also sinking, one floating Hornet, small one slightly larger Hornet that I don't remember when I used Salmo Hornet. I think it's also floating. One rusty softler, but trust me, it still would work if I really wanted it to. Some spoons that I don't use. Sorry, I had them fly into my mouth. This is one of the spoons. Is called Clio, 5 grams, but I don't know, maybe they are for vertical fishing. I don't like them. And here are some of my spinners. A couple of Mepps Aglia TW copper colored number 2s, number 3s. I like number 3s more. A couple of few actually number 2s Black Furies with green dots, actually too small for my current tastes. And also the hooks on these spinners are really poor. They become dull pretty quickly. And my favorite spoon, Mepps Cyclops number 0, and one soft plastic floating rubber worm from Berkeley's. I can maybe show you. There it is, power bait. They are quite good, but I don't fish them a lot, and there is a different kind. These break very easily, but I have caught fish in very, very poor conditions on them. And my second tackle box is mostly filled with some cranks. Again, not a lot. More, I don't like to carry a lot. Yeah, one spinner, a number 3 TW with a streamer. A couple of these, as you can see, floating pink worms with line leaders and with split shots, a couple of floats, and then several small cranks. I don't remember how they are called. This yellow one is actually pretty cool. I like it. This one I found on the branch, on a tree branch, Usami. It has a couple of ball bearings inside, so it rattles and works very nicely. I have one floating crank, which is very passive, imitates a bug, doesn't dive at all. Then I've got one larger, I think it's Salmo Roach, floating. I used to fish larger cranks in the past, but now I rarely do that. And I have one 11 centimeters long crank, also Salmo, floating. And these sometimes are required when you need to provoke a larger fish to defend its spot when it's not feeding very actively. It imitates a brown trout, and I've caught trout on that of 30, maybe 5 centimeters. So size is not an issue, of course. Trout are attacking large lures. And more recently I also got a couple of floating lures poppers. I'll show you. So here's one. It's a floating popper, 2 trebles. I will try this out this summer. And I also got a cicada. I don't like experimenting, but I don't know, in the winter I bought these things. And then another popper. The brand is Strike Pro, doesn't matter what brand it is, 6 centimeters, floating. So it would be nice to actually try poppers for trout, and obviously not in these conditions when trout are half dead, but when they're active it could be quite interesting. That's it. Back to fishing. Okay, so actually my memory card overfilled and the camera stopped recording, and the battery is already very low, but I started it in Wi-Fi mode and deleted some files, but not that many because I want still to copy some, and I didn't before this. That's just pathetic. Oh man. So I don't have a lot of memory left, I don't have a lot of battery left, and I don't have a lot of daytime left. No, this is just shallow, shallow, shallow. Oh, another small fish. Yeah, very small. Maybe another one in there. No, probably not. Another bend which looks nice from the distance, but is in fact shallow, and maybe there was a small tiny trout again. Yeah, the stream just can't calm down and start running slightly slower and deeper. So in the terms of this stream, this is actually a very good hole, although it's not deep at all, but nothing. Interesting tree. So a dam. Or is it? It's probably an artificial dam. Could it be that beavers build dams with rocks? Sometimes it happens. And there are takes. Fortunately couldn't hook it. Again. The last push was actually pretty nice. So many attempts. Yeah, probably small fish. Probably not more than one. Now again, a push. Okay. Give me something. No, but I'm not staying. The fish is not small or not large. Oh. Oh.
Battery is low.
Okay, so my camera switched off due to low battery, but I know it has some reserve. So maybe a minute, maybe 2 minutes. Give me a hole. I wouldn't bet on finding one because the stream just looks more of the same. Maybe. Oh man. Instead of a hole, I hit a shallow strait. That's just great. And wading here is actually pretty hard because of these rocks. There was a fish in there, I feel. It seems a very small trout again.
Battery is low.
Okay, I'm going with a nearly dead battery once again because I found the fish that I've been looking for and it is reluctant to take. Come on. It's a rainbow trout. Here it is. So I hope the camera is still recording. Oh man, couldn't measure it, but that will close the segment. So folks, this was Uncut Fishing. I got this very short window that I could go fishing, and it sort of paid off. I'm happy. And well, once again, this is Uncut Fishing, folks. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.